Which
Our podcast?
Our podcast?
No, the Conan O'Brien podcast.
Cares about that
Yeah, I
podcast.
watched
We
the
got
clip.
a podcast, Joe.
Are we on?
I think so.
Oh
Finally.
shit. Watch that Mark Twain Prize award that
Don't do
Conan gets.
Don't do
Nah,
it.
I'm good.
Don't do it. 5
But you did watch the Kevin Hart roast?
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about that in a sec.
Okay.
About these
All
roasts,
right.
guys.
What's up,
Tired of
boys?
roasts.
What's up, boys?
Tired of roasts.
Voice.
Voice.
What's up, boys? I'm excited about today's show.
Are you?
Yeah.
I'm not.
You're not?
I'm not.
Oh,
I'm not.
that's weird.
Fucking comics backing out. These fucking pussy comics.
We have a
backing out.
dominatrix in the green room with her two subordinates.
I know. That part I'm looking forward to.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I don't want to talk to.
You don't want to talk about what?
You take the show. You take over.
I'm just going to do it.
I'm just gonna sit
I'm
here in
just
the
gonna sit and
corner
just
because I'm
enjoy.
a bad boy.
That's fine with me. Oh, you hear the music coming through the door?
Yeah.
Local legend band Sweet Daddy is recording an album right there.
Oh, where have I heard from about that?
They've been around in Corpus forever.
I think.
Sweet Daddy.
I think they're.
They do an
my friend
annual-
Berto's like
Yeah.
favorite band.
Yeah,
or
they do
something
an
like that.
annual reunion show at House of Rock at Thanksgiving time.
Oh yeah, you know what? I think one time Berto was gonna roast like the bass player, and I helped him write
some
stuff.
jokes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Do you want to talk about the Kevin Hart roast now or later?
Nah, later.
later.
You don't want to talk
Let's,
about
let's get the local shit out the way.
Okay.
Let's get the salmon egger stuff out the way.
it? Okay.
it
Um,
still sounds like a weird way to say like the N word.
That's because you're racist, my man.
I've got a
What's
show
up, Mama
coming up that
Melons?
you
I
guys
missed
aren't
you.
on. Listen to this. Listen to this. Maya.
Hmm.
Hey, Maya. Thanks for being here today.
We need a camera on Maya, man.
We do need
Maya
a camera
cam.
on Maya. Okay,
best
our
looking
good
one on our
boy,
show.
our good friend Sweet Tea, who may do a drop in kind of hello in 2 weeks,
Uh huh.
is
Spoilers.
producing a show that, listen to this show. It's got 16 local comics on, there's 2 shows.
Can you name them all?
I guess I could. I mean, I
we
could,
don't got that
but they're
time.
not on the flyer. Check out the flyer. Hey, look who's
I
co-hosting.
know
this.
Kurt. I know all those guys.
Sure, it's all local stuff. Kirk, I think, is not, but I mean,
Kirk's local.
Yeah, Kurt's local.
He was around before you, bro.
oh, there was a time.
Yeah.
All right, so me and JJ Sweat co-hosting this thing, and we're already in communication about how to make it.
Is Roman's picture AI?
It's got to be.
It kind of looks
Dude,
AI.
that looks like-
he's kind of looks off a little bit.
That looks like the thinnest joint I've ever seen being rolled from JJ Sweat, like fucking toothpick style, man.
Those are the ones that have meth inside of it.
Oh, that makes sense. You done meth, Joe?
I've never done meth.
Never done meth?
No.
Never.
Yeah, right, Joe.
Some white people.
I
drink
know
that.
your rich elite parties that you have.
There are meth parties.
The fucking eyes wide shut where you guys would do weird dances.
They
and
got
snort,
the. They got the.
snort
Pink,
meth off of
nah,
each other's
man, they got the
buttholes.
pink cocaine and shit, man. They're on a different level. They ain't on Ingleside drugs, bro.
It's the Highland cocaine.
Yeah.
Our cocaine's pink.
Yeah.
Question: what do you think about this? 16 comics over the course of an evening. It sounds
Name
like
them all.
it sounds like a mini comedy festival to me.
Oh, I was gonna call it an open mic, but you know, same thing. Tomato, tomato.
2 open mics back to back.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
And I'll tell you who's on this show.
What I want to know is how do you get all this talent and give the show away for free?
It's free.
Free. How do you do that, man? 'Cause
Yeah, he wants to stack this room, and I'm excited about co-hosting 2 different shows in a full-ass room. It's gonna be a beautiful night.
And it obviously says 18 and over
18.
because I heard some grumblings about how dirty we were there.
Ooh. Who's the last show? Was it Jay?
No.
Yeah, right. Who did the last show?
I don't know. I couldn't make that one.
It was the one with fucking
Didn't Jay just do a pop a balloon show or
Oh
something?
no, that was the last show.
Okay.
At the Shine Box.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
what we're talking about. That's what I said.
Bobby Pena III,
Heard of him?
John Roman, Mark Perez, Shaky Jake, Roland Alanese,
Ooh.
Jeremy
heavy
Knoll.
hitters.
Jeremy Knoll. I don't know if this is his show debut or
Is that the one who said he eats kids?
Yeah.
yeah.
In the chat.
Were we supposed to talk about that?
It was like, ooh.
Okay,
tasty
another comic
kids.
whose name I'm not going to say.
Wait, what? Why didn't you say
I'll
it?
tell you that in a second.
It's him.
Anna J. Ramirez,
Heard of her?
Anthony Guerrero,
Heard of him?
Christian Delgado,
Know that guy?
Kirk Alanese.
I know Kurt.
I'm
Joe
not as
hasn't heard
familiar
of
with
him.
Kirk as everybody else.
Is it because he's darker?
Maybe Mark. You know my
It's 'cause he's
policies.
bigger too.
Marcus Muro. No, I'm excited about this. Marcus making his show debut.
Is that Rafi?
Rafi from the
Oh,
league.
Rafi. Okay.
He's like
Yeah.
Rafi and like Felipe Esparza mixed together, man.
Tristan
It's just
Hanan.
he looks too much like that Rafi guy I've hung out with this dude number of times, and I've even probably called him by his name. But if you say his name, I'm like, who the fuck is
yeah,
that?
he's Rafi. man.
Rafi. Okay.
Well, hold up, man. I
There's two more
okay, yeah,
comedians.
I'm about to say, I'm not hearing superstars yet.
Sweet Tea,
Okay.
Matt Benoit.
Okay, that's a superstar I've been here. I hear everybody clamoring for this dude. Everybody, from what I hear,
What's up?
No.
I
Okay.
know. I hear he's been booked everywhere.
I'll,
in a
if
short
you
time
respect me, I will respect you as this show continues.
Okay.
You're saying no?
Saying
Wait.
no to what? I hear this kid's on fire. He's getting booked everywhere early. Superstar is what I'm hearing. Andy, what are your thoughts
No.
on Matt Benoit?
Nope.
Is that his name?
It's like a mini comedy festival, this thing.
Okay.
We don't have a comedy festival in this city.
We shouldn't after looking at that lineup. Oh man, who's good on there? Roman.
Well, a local comedy
John
festival
Roman.
would also include out-of-town comedians. I mean, you'd
Yeah.
want to have a big headliner and that kind of thing.
We got John Roman, man. That's all you need.
That's the draw.
Yeah, that's a draw. Who else?
I didn't hear Jay Everett on there.
I ain't either. That's superstar Jay Everett we talking about.
Yeah.
That's Joe's beef. That's Joe's beef.
I can
Why,
do,
why
I
do you
can,
have beef with Jay?
I can do it
Do
now, or I
now,
can do it
now,
later.
dude.
Now,
Unleash,
the
bro.
people come for the beef.
That's why
bro.
they're slow roasting. They want you to
Andy,
fucking.
Blake, were y'all here where's the camera? Were y'all here 2 weeks ago
I mean, yeah.
when we did the slow roast?
you were here. We were all here.
Yeah.
We're bringing on Dominatrix, Lady Venovia Serpentine,
Yes.
Is it
and the
Serpentine
comedian.
or Serpentine? Serpentine, like I said.
Serpentine. That's your like surname. Like your family. You're the family of Serpentine.
Right. She's Slytherin.
Ooh.
And
Fucking nerd.
and the comic that she dominated.
Gryffindor, dude. I'm sorry.
That was
What?
Ravenclaw.
And you were that comic, right?
No.
What?
No.
I was under the impression that it was you.
No, it was a different comedian whose name I'm not going to say because I don't want to embarrass this person.
I'll say his name. It rhymes with gay. First name.
Okay.
Last name is just Everett. I'll let y'all figure it out.
And he said, I'll do
Nah,
that.
he's cool.
I
I
will
like
do
Jay.
that. And I believe Lady Venovia Serpentine even had some conversations, some initial conversations with this. She doesn't want to be involved in this part. And then all of a sudden,
Can I say it does feel weird that y'all are all back here and
I like
there's
it.
like a mic right here.
Well, Joe
And
wants to
somebody
do
wants
that.
to sit over here with us.
Joe
oh, we're
wants to
gonna
do
have
the
a big,
grand
we're
entrance.
gonna have a big intro.
I'm sorry.
Come on.
I brought stream about.
Don't tell me like Maya. Did he send you music too to play or something?
Yes, I
Oh, I
did.
fucking know Joe. I fucking know it. It was
Dude,
gonna
you're
be
such a
some-
Johnny Carson, dude.
And then this comedian, whose name I'm not going to say,
Jay
ever
Everett.
again on this program,
Whoa! Let's not be too hasty.
said, "I'll do it," and then he said, "I can't do it."
He
And
backed out
gave
for a good reason.
gave a reason, which I'm not going to say on the show.
Why not? Why can't you say the reason?
But the reason, if you knew this comedian, made no sense.
Oh no, I'll tell you why. I know all the scoop.
Okay.
I'm
Well, let
into
me
that.
just get this off my chest, Blake, and then you go in
It's
and
not
fill
like I
in the
was
blanks.
talking where I do a show or anything.
Then the reason, okay, so now we're scrambling, right? I asked, we asked 5 or 6 different local comedians to fill the spot of the person who gave their word that
Jay
they would
Everett.
do it, and then let the fucking promotions begin. And then we don't have a show. Now the show's ruined.
I'm having fun.
Ruined.
Then the reason went away. This comedian became available again
Uh-huh.
to become Rocky Balboa of the show, to become the estranged father who makes amends and finally does right by his children.
That happened to Rocky. I
And
must
then
have seen a
still
different
didn't
Rocky.
do it.
I thought just Rocky went slowly like dumber until he
Yeah.
died.
This person produces shows and knows that when someone gives their word and then fucking doesn't do that's a corpus thing. And then I can't make it, I can't do it, whatever, you're fucked.
Yeah. So you just got blacklisted from Joe.
I'm fucking
Joe, from the Hilliard Center.
yeah, you can't go there anymore.
Oh, fucking Jay.
What happens when Creed comes back to town?
What are you gonna do then, Jay?
I didn't say Jay. It might not be Jay.
Well,
Well,
Jay.
you
I'm
know.
saying it.
There's only one person
So-
I know that like whacks off the Creed as much as Jay does.
Yeah, no, but he fell in love. So it made sense. He's like, out of respect for my lady,
I mean,
I'm not going to do it. And I get that. You know,
don't.
we all become we all become simps except Joe over here, Mr. Pussy Hound.
That's right.
You know, but yeah. So Jay simps it up for like 5 days, and then
5 days.
and then the relationship.
I think that's your biggest issue with the whole thing.
You could
That
do
was
it.
only 5 days.
All of a sudden, you can't do it. Fine, but now you can do it, and you don't do it.
Because maybe he had.
So now we
A
don't
talk
have a
with the
comedian
Lord,
that got dominant.
And the Lord told him, no,
I know. No,
do
but
not give in to the fleshly
Temptation.
temptation.
Do you think he deserves a permanent ban for that? I don't.
the three of us. Okay,
really care.
I'm just angry right now. I could call
He's
him.
been angry forever, dude.
The three of
Yeah,
us.
I can tell he's been stewing on this. He's like has this whole speech practice, and then he let me down with 1,000 sons.
This is very serious. What I'm doing right now is very serious. The three of us talked about one of us maybe going. And the idea was that this dominatrix, Miss Lady Venovia Serpentine, who we'll meet in just a minute, was inviting in a comedian to avail themselves of the services that she provides. You can make a phone call right now. There's we'll get into all that. But all three of us declined. I was curious why you
Andy
didn't
said
do
yeah.
it.
I was waiting
He
for
said
the
yes
whole
numerous
appointment,
times, bro.
I thought we were gonna do it here now.
See? Yeah.
First
I
of
would
all,
be
you
down
can't.
for that.
Lady Venovia is not mic'd, but she just said we could.
Well,
That's what I thought we were doing, and then you started floating the idea. Well, we'll all three get one, and then we'll like
I never said
giggle
that.
with each other later.
I never
or
said that. I
something.
said,
I
okay,
thought-
Blake, you understood what
thought
was
he-
going on.
no.
You,
Yeah, that whole
Well,
group of texts that you said, I didn't understand.
Andy kept saying, yes, I'll do it. And then you ignored that and then put, well, we'll bring on the wives or here's another option. And then
I never
Andy-
saw you say
and
that
Andy
we
said
could
it
do It, that
again,
you'd do it.
like-
and then Blake, and then even like I was sitting in the car, I get another text. So you're gonna do it, right? I was like, I've already said this. Like it's already now it's pissing me off.
I fucked up.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't. I just didn't read it that way. But
And I kept on
regardless,
waiting, and I was like, okay, well,
regardless.
no,
But
there has to, because then there was like talks of like, there's a session that you got to go through,
Yes.
and this and this.
yes,
and
you have to
this.
go to
And
her
I was like,
dungeon.
okay, I'm waiting for like, I'm not
I
setting
know.
this up.
I'm gonna go look back at this.
I'm waiting for like time and place.
I'm
and
gonna look back at
I
this.
thought we were gonna do it here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look back at this
Let's-
chat and get it right. But regardless,
Do we have
Uh,
the music queued up?
So I think maybe
Blake,
Joe
why
might
didn't you say
owe
yes?
Jay an apology.
I just, like, I don't.
No, let's get honest. Let's get honest. Let's
Like,
get honest.
I don't, I need to hear what y'all, because I don't think there's anything I'd be into. I don't.
I understand what you mean. What I
Like, I
think
don't-
another way of what you're saying is I don't know what the fuck it is outside of movies that I've seen or whatever.
No, I've read a lot, and I just.
I mean, the only thing that
I've
equate
read a lot
that stuff
about
with
it, man. Like,
is
I've-
like they like step on your nuts and they tell you.
I
that
don't know
you're
if Lady
ugly.
Venovia stepped
And
on
I
your
don't.
nuts.
I kind of don't need that.
Like,
I tell myself
I
I'm
think-
ugly. I don't
I
need
think
a
too, like,
confirmation. You know
I
what I
think
mean?
a lot of comics have low self-esteem, so I think
Yeah,
why we
I
got,
need-
Oh, I'm not going to argue with
I
that.
think why we got a lot of
any
no's.
type of thing like that. I need very positive. Like you're doing great.
Yeah.
Hold on. Every other thing, like
Yeah,
what?
This is so fun.
When you are intimate with a lady?
Yeah, I need encouragement.
You need
Okay.
like positive domination.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
don't,
I need that like ultra. Like you know what?
you're not a piece of shit. Andy.
Everyone's like that, dude. Everyone's fat flap falls over their balls.
Whenever my former great friend completely shit all over this show,
Jay
when that
Everett?
happened, I didn't say that.
Oh.
When that happened, I immediately considered stepping up and just doing it. I mean, like, you know, I got I have a lovely lady friend. She gave me permission. You know, if you know, just
And you
to
still
keep-
didn't step up to
I
the
didn't,
plate.
and it's because I
You see what I deal with?
it's going to be one of the first. You know what? Why don't we bring her on in? It's going to be one of the first questions I ask, and that is, what are the big misconceptions, and why?
We're doming Jay right now, Adrian.
That's a good comment, Adrian. And you can be on our chat right now, and you should be. Okay, I don't know if there's going to be music right now or not,
There
but
is.
let's
I
bring
trust
up
Maya.
Lady Venovia Serpentine. Here she comes.
Hi.
Hi, Lady Venovia. Thank you. I have enjoyed the pre-show, the getting to know one another as we plan this whole thing out.
Same. I've been enjoying it as well.
I guess my first question is, how should we address you? Lady Venovia, the whole name all the time?
LV.
You don't have to use the whole name. Sometimes you could just say lady. It's just easier. Also, because a lot of people have a hard time pronouncing Venovia.
Mm.
So
Where'd
I
you
get
get-
all sorts of things.
Where'd you get
but-
that from?
Venovia?
Yeah,
Ooh, okay. So honestly, I made it up.
I like that.
I knew I wanted, okay, so I'll be quite honest. I knew I wanted a V name.
Mhm.
And I had just been driving down in the mountains of Pennsylvania, and I just came to my mind.
It's a nice area out there.
Oh, yeah, it's
Yeah,
beautiful.
I love driving out there.
Are you from here? Are you from Corpus?
Actually, yeah, I am. Well, okay. So technically, I was born in Italy. I was only there until I was 5 years old. My parents were military, so I was a military brat.
Okay.
And then my parents are from Corpus.
So wait, so your parents, they had you on like a military base, so technically that's still like U.S. soil,
Yes.
so you can still be president.
Yeah.
Okay. So I need to know that of everybody that I meet.
Can they be
Can
president
you
or not?
Still be president.
Ooh,
What
I
if
don't-
the answer's no?
Well,
Judgment?
No.
Okay.
Just
You're
I
just
know
in
who
that
I'm dealing
category.
with.
Yeah.
So I met Lady at a birthday party,
Mhm.
and she was.
where
very-
you were performing.
No,
I wasn't.
it was a fucking pizza place, dude. We were just eating pizza and drinking beer.
Hey, dude,
Thing.
I don't know, pizza place.
What was that
Your
DC
house,
pizza
whatever.
place? Pizza portal that, fucking, there could be some bad shit there, man.
Well, there wasn't that night, but the
Okay.
moment that Lady Venovia told me a little bit about herself and her family, I had 1,000 questions.
Oh, you did.
And you were so like forthcoming with honest answers, because I think that even in the conversation you were talking about how it's important that any chance you have to demystify that lifestyle you take.
Absolutely. So I'm in a very interesting, first off, being a professional dominatrix, people have a lot of questions. Then secondly, I'm married to 2 women. So that's another set of questions. And then I run, and then I run kink events all over Corpus.
Okay.
So then there's so there's like layers upon layers of what I do and so many questions from people. And I would just have to say this, there is no dumb question.
Oh, good,
If
because
you-
Andy's here.
Oh.
And I had this was most exclusively.
Thing about this, like I say, outside of
would have, and one of the things that I do is not many pro doms do this, but I do send you
One sec.
One
One sec.
oh.
We crashed the
So
server.
that means that there will be 2 videos, right? Yeah. Okay. I wonder if we could splice those together and re-upload it. I don't know.
I'm sure it can be done. Yeah. Cue the music again. Got started all over. Like we did.
Started from the beginning.
Yep.
All right, we're back up. Okay, so the internet went down here for a minute. We were
Servers
at
crashed, guys. Y'all
we were at. You do have a website, and I asked if there's a vet. Like if you can't just take anybody. I imagine there's some people out there you might not want to see.
Do you have a
Well,
website that
so-
we can put up here?
I'll get that over to Maya
Okay.
while we hear the answer.
So the process would be this. There is a series of questions I ask an individual to know if they're serious and I do take precautions. And the series of questions will let me know if there's somebody I need to worry about or if there's somebody that I could just meet, no problem. And that's what I usually do. And it is a series of questions that was passed down to me from another pro dom. And that is how we do our system. And vetting usually would be, for example, if there's a sub and he had a previous dom and she can't do it see them anymore, she can vet them to me.
Okay.
And I do the same thing. If
like
I'm not,
referrals.
yeah, absolutely, because I might not be the right dom for you. And if I'm not the right dom for you, then I will help you find the
This
right dom.
weirdly sounds like therapy.
does.
It
So-
sounds a lot like therapy.
So we always say in the key community, being what was it? I'm trying to remember. Excuse me. So kink, seeing a professional dominatrix or BDSM is therapeutic, but it is not therapy. However, if I feel that somebody needs certain therapy or they need more help than what I can give, I do have therapists that I work with that I will refer them to.
Yeah.
and that is a
They may
regular
be coming
therapist
to
and-
you to work some
Like,
shit
where'd
out
you meet
in
your
the
therapist?
midst
You know
of
what?
whatever.
I was getting my balls stomped on, and and lady just handed me this card. She's like, "You need to talk to this."
Yeah, like
Yep. It sometimes happens.
But
There's-
so my
yeah.
first question was: is someone coming over and paying you money,
Mhm.
and you were talking to me ahead of time because I think we might get into like for what I assumed was sexual acts. How can that be legal?
So, one thing is that I do not have sex with any of my clients or subs. That is number one. Everyone thinks that I do, but I do not. Not saying that there isn't some that do, but I don't. And that's not something that I've ever done. And on top of that, if it turns out that a person's really looking for an escort, I do work with some escorts
Okay,
that I'll refer them to. And I'll say, oh, this is what you're really looking for.
right.
Rather
and I
than
imagine some of
myself.
the escorts could even do some light S&M things as
Absolutely.
part of their service.
could they just show up to our shows and laugh? That's all we really.
Right.
They just go
Right.
around,
Are
like,
they
How much
expensive?
would that cost?
Yeah,
Like,
like
can I get a discount on there?
Because if they laugh, the chances are we might come. I mean, it could even be.
I mean, I can only come if they laugh.
yeah, like
So, is there a thrill and the kink of it for you?
Yes.
If you're doming, please help me with the words if I don't have them right. Somebody, they're hiring you. Clearly, they're there for reasons.
Mhm.
Or is it almost like a dental hygienist that's been doing it for 20 years and just goes through the motions of the thing that you're being paid to do?
Oh no. It has been almost I'm going on 22 years now, and it still very much excites me. Especially if they've never had anything done to them. Like I'm their first dom ever. I want to give them that experience of what a safe dom is. So that's what I do. And when I do that and I see their face of like calm and they get that catharsis out, then I feel it really does tickle my fancy a little bit.
what put you on this path? Like what got you on your like? How'd you first get the first thing? Like, hey, I think I'm gonna do this.
Ooh, you asked a really deep question. Okay, so when I was about the age of 13, I actually had a problem being able to read. I had dyslexia and such. And so any chance that I could read, I would, but it would have to really really get my attention.
You were young,
Oh, yes.
so you just mistook a door for that you were looking for M&Ms.
So I was looking for
She
She
went into
liked it.
S&M.
No, I got it.
You got the joke. You just stopped. Okay.
We're comedians, bro.
Welcome to our show.
So what happened was I was at an estate sale. I bought some books. They were 25 cents for the whole thing. I had my mother check them. She saw them, but she didn't know what was at the bottom. And at the very bottom of that crate was called a book called The Story of O. And that was one of the very first books ever written about BDSM and, kink dynamics and fetishes. And so that book literally became like a Bible to me. And I knew from then on what I wanted to be.
Why is it so fringe in America? Like why could we not get one of 9 male comedians to do it?
What are you talking about? I agreed to do this.
I agree with Andy on this one. You had one.
You guys dropped the ball on this.
Whoa,
Okay.
whoa, whoa! Don't throw me. in
What
this
if
one,
Lady Venovia were to take you on in this thing that we were going to do? You go to her dungeon. I'm going to
Okay.
ask her in a little bit.
It's called a dungeon.
It's called a dungeon.
Okay.
and you do, and the next show or maybe a couple shows, you come back and give us the full report.
Can we film it?
Yes.
Okay.
If you
Fuck
want to
yeah.
film it, we can.
I got equipment.
How nude would you get? How
Oh,
nude do you
No
require?
nude. I'm not going nude on camera.
You don't have to be
Also
nude
for
this,
camera,
so.
I would require him to make sure that he has at least, Jonas on.
For camera, you'd require it. I get it. Question:
You could do the Norbit bit.
Okay, can I look? This is a gross question. It's kind of gross.
No, it's fine.
So you say you don't have sex with these people, but do they
Ejaculate?
come? Yeah.
Sometimes they do.
Okay. You got to clean that up. It's just
No, she makes them
I
clean it
make
up.
them clean it up.
Is that the truth?
Yes, I make.
Dude,
them
she's a
clean it up.
dom. Like what the like?
I
think
didn't know if it was part of like the.
I think the dom would lose her
90?
presence if she's like cleaning
Now
up, mopping
clean
the
that
floors
up.
right afterwards. Like that just.
or maybe
ruins
you
the
have like a
fucking-
janitorial service
Yeah, like-
afterwards. You know what I mean?
So
Like,
I have two things that happen. One is that usually about 90%, the client wants me to make them eat their own cum, so I do that.
Hope you're hungry,
Or
Andy.
Yeah. Go on an empty stomach.
Get some pineapples, man.
I have a sissy maid that comes in and she likes to lick it up, but it's only with certain clients.
Okay.
And it's only certain clients that have been vetted for, and they have to have have to be tested for
Tested.
STIs and such.
That's part of
So-
that vetting process.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, I was looking, Maya, for Lady Venovia Serpentine's website. I found there's a website.
Don't
right?
act like you don't have it bookmarked already.
No, I can't find it. I can't find it.
Looking at it
Um,
all week. Like,
Yeah, we'd love
oh,
to see that on
yeah.
the screen if we can make that happen. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. What do you think, Blake?
What do I think about the website? I haven't seen it.
No, what do you?
Oh,
If not, we also have another website, which is for Coastal Bend Kink Weekend, which I'm on there as well.
Coastal Bend Kink Weekend, because
Mhm.
that's one of 2 events coming up that I know you're excited about.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'm Jay Everett. Fuck.
Getting a stick
And
bit.
I kidding around. And you and I had a conversation about what might happen. Can you walk us through for a new client, a newbie at doing this?
Because it seems like it takes like at least a few weeks to be like the first initial.
Well, to get the STI test.
Yeah, you gotta get tested. You gotta go through the questionnaires
That's
and
why
stuff.
Blake. That's why
So-
Blake wouldn't go.
The STI test is
Oh, man, I'm
only
clean as fuck.
for, I only start doing that if the person is consistent and they want to do certain things, such as, let's say they, I guess, like, let's say that they are wanting another person involved into what we're doing. And so then I will require an STI test to make sure everyone is safe.
Okay.
Nice, nice. What's the?
Well, hold on, she was walking us through.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes.
What are the questions that, like? Can I tell you what I imagined it would be?
Okay, go ahead.
A bunch of yes nos,
Mm-hmm.
and on that, right? Wouldn't you assume that there'd be spanking, right?
Okay.
That's-
Wait, hold on. Guys,
Wait,
wouldn't you
wait.
assume that?
Wait.
Yes, I
Do
would
you
assume
want to be
spanking would be the
spanked?
number
Yes,
one.
no.
thing.
That's the most common.
Are we playing Family Feud or some shit, man?
That would be the most
Survey
common.
says.
Survey says spanking.
Dragons.
Well, there's also sounding and all kinds. CBT. There's stuff, right?
Yeah.
Oh, check this out. I think we found the website.
Oh, yeah. There it is.
Okay. Now, what is this? Coastal Bend Kink Weekend.
Oh, yeah. So that is an event that we hold in August 14th to the 16th. And it is a whole weekend of things. We're going to have presenters, people who teach classes. We're getting really deep in there. We also have somebody who's doing scarification.
Oh, okay.
So
is
that's
that?
another scarification. That's where they make, they basically put in scars into designs into your skin.
Like instead of tattoos, scars. I've seen branding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, like frats.
Right.
Kind of.
And then we also have a prelude to Coastal Bend Kink Weekend, which is Circuit du Sin, which is going to be June 6th, and it's also going to be at the same location.
Andy, let's take some acid and do the gothic rave.
Yes, it's going to be
I would totally be down for that.
Fuck yeah, acid.
Well, it's not a goth rave. It's
It
a
said
kink.
goth- it
It's
said-
a kink rave.
It said gothic rave.
Oh,
on
did
it.
it
Yeah,
say
it said
gothic
goth
rave?
rave, yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah.
by our favorite DJ Coven Cakes.
Right.
DJ what?
Coven Cakes.
Oh, I thought you said cum cakes.
I
was like-
just said I thought it was just
I heard
cupcakes.
cupcakes. I was like, wait,
So
what?
I've been interrupting and playing around. It's what are the questions? Like interview Andy, maybe.
Okay,
Or
so-
Blake or
The first thing that I would ask you is, first off, what are you into? What are you not into?
Missionary alone.
Oh, so vanilla.
Yes.
Very vanilla. Oh, not a double.
Don't even look. Don't look at me.
but like I know you have a dungeon
Mm-hmm.
and there's a photo of it on on the website.
Yeah, you had it right up there.
And I was looking through it.
Uh-huh.
I may have zoomed in to see. So there's all kinds of things that could happen. I guess what I'm asking is when Andy goes for the first time to the dungeon, how do you set up a place where he
I don't
feels
wanna
good
be on
and
the
you
edge.
feel good?
That's scary. That scares me.
Oh, dude, you should be.
Oh,
on
the
that.
St. Andrew's crest? Yeah.
That's
so-
why. I don't know. That's too much.
When he gives me a list of things that he might be into
Uh-huh.
or has done to himself, or
Oh.
he may have seen another Dom.
Right.
So I go ahead and I implement and I say, well, what would you like to happen during your session? What is something that you would like to see? And then he'll go into detail. Well, mistress, I'd like to get spanked, and then I'd like to, maybe you stomp on my balls for a
Okay.
little bit.
Yeah.
And so the first thing that I would do is I would do my warm up on him. Usually my warm up, it would be something like running nails down his back or something, so that it calms him down, because the first time can be very jarring.
Yeah.
It can. It could be, scary. He doesn't know who the hell I am.
How does a guy like? How do we get prepared to have our balls stomped on? Is there some sort of take, or is it just something you either like it or you don't?
So if you've never had it happen before,
Been kicked in the balls.
never
That was
never
bad.
had that, there are certain techniques that I do, and I know how to apply pressure on certain levels, and I will ask you the first time from 1 to 10, 1 being like and 10 being like hell no, that was really strong. I will do
Yeah.
that with you the first couple of sessions.
I assumed
until
there
I
was a
gauge
1 to
it.
10 scale. I assumed that
Mhm.
because spanking, okay, I don't know. Never had it done. Let's go 1 and until I say, that's enough.
Mhm.
But if you're in full dom mode, I expect with different types of clients,
Mm-hmm.
there is no.
So there is the safe word.
Of course, sure.
So we always
What would
establish
Andy
a
say
safe
for
word.
me?
We give them the Euro trip safe word.
Does that remind me?
You haven't seen it?
I have a long time ago.
It's
Oh.
fucking just you have to just see it.
Sorry.
I don't-
So no,
Was it a pineapple?
no man.
no, it was like
it was some like
Ooh.
Swedish fucking long like flugen kick like some long
Yes, it
word
was
in,
very
in
long.
Swedish.
Oh, I love.
I haven't seen Euro Trip in a while.
Dude, we need to watch
It's a
it.
good movie.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
But yes, we will establish a safe word, and at any time, the sub can use the safe word, or even myself if I don't feel that it's going, somewhere safe for them.
Do you require that Andy showers?
So that depends. That depends on the person. If they're
I would
wanting
require
certain
a
things,
shower.
so usually they do shower. I don't have to tell them.
Do you have a shower there?
I do. I have a
thought
whole
so.
bathroom and shower and everything like
Even-
that.
That's
You know,
fresh.
And
Show
it's
up,
also
show up
for-
after the gym.
You gotta wipe all. You gotta wash all the baby oil off, and P Diddy oil and stuff.
Shower off and then get into the what's it called?
The St.
The
Andrew's
X.
cross.
Yeah,
The
same-
cross.
Yeah,
The
I
cross
would just
scares
do
you?
the. I would just do the thing, the Wolverine thing where he's like,
Yeah. And according to Andy, we're going to
That,
video
that
this.
should be your headshot for comedy. Dude. I like it. What was the like the
You're not walking into
Oh, it's not
a
like I was asking you a
complete
question.
unknown
God, this
craziness.
fucking guy.
That's what I
Mhm.
think
Absolutely
caused
not.
me to say no.
No, it's
Fear.
Yes, fear. Fear does cause it because people don't realize, like, I'm not gonna immediately dom you.
That's why we don't let you ask questions.
Oh, is that what? Keep it up.
I don't
bitch.
immediately dom a person. That's not my intention. My intention is to find out what are their needs and how best to get them to their catharsis.
But I imagine it's almost like an intro session.
Absolutely.
but most people go with like spit on me,
Some
call
do.
me, call me shithead
Yeah, okay,
or
here we go.
something.
What are the things? What is the menu?
Like, what's the lightest thing that you do?
Spanking.
Well, but like,
Well, I also do body worship as well.
You're just like spanking, and then you're like, done, or there's
like-
got to be like words involved, right?
Absolutely. So most of the time, if they've never tried spanking, we go through a process to see, okay, if they even like spanking, because sometimes they find out that they don't like it. I
Uh-huh.
don't want to keep doing something to someone that they don't like.
So in the initial checklist, if you're like, I don't know, you can just run through that.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
We just go through, and we start off with the most basic, not as intense, not as extreme, like for instance, water sports. Everyone thinks that water sports would be something that is like light because it's just peeing on someone, but it's a type of could be considered a type of degradation.
Mm.
And what if they don't like that?
I
So I
would
would
think
cut
that
off
there's
the
kind of like a
you
whole.
would pee on somebody.
Bio
I have
thing.
peed on somebody. I have.
But if Andy said after that conversation, what
Mm-hmm.
I realized, I didn't realize that you'd pee on me. That's what I want. Is that something you do for a newbie, or is that now we're getting into?
No,
Yeah.
that is something you would have to be at least 6, maybe 8 sessions down the line.
Yeah, it's like
Can you book like a whole year? Like have sessions spread out through the year?
Oh, yeah.
your Tuesday 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most people do. People see me at least
On the
once a
website,
month.
can we put the how much is it now? Yeah.
I don't know if that's something you'd want to talk about.
How much?
How much is a session?
So usually just a typical session is about 250. And that usually plays into about 3 types of play. So let's say that you're into spanking, let's say that you're into it wouldn't be ball busting. That would be too extreme. It would have to be something spanking, discipline, maybe being put bondage is very very typical. People like bondage, people like being tied up.
But once they're tied up, that's when the spanking begins. That's when.
Sometimes.
What is squirt?
Oh, fuck.
Squirt?
Yeah. What is it? When a lady squirts.
It's that.
Oh, when
it's
a
that
lady
grapefruit
squirts.
soda, dude.
All this
Don't
to,
you love it?
to get to your fucking bit.
So that
no,
is a type of
Oh,
that is a
fucking
type
hell.
of a climax.
I'm gonna start selling merch. I'm sorry,
No, that's a type of climax.
Sponsored by-
but is
I
it
do
is it
help.
pee?
So some of it is pee, but that's no different than what you would find with semen as well.
Oh.
Semen also has pee in it.
I didn't know that.
When you come, it has some urine in it.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm so excited. It's
I
like,
know, like,
Oh no, I love to
I've been
learn.
peeing in my mouth. This
I
whole
love
time.
to learn. Hold on, I love to learn about new things. And how often do you get the opportunity to talk with someone so knowledgeable about something that I know the three of us don't know anything about?
how do you know I don't know shit
But are
about
very
it?
well. Tell us.
Blake knows
I
everything,
interrupted
dude.
you
He's
earlier.
the
Well,
Illuminati,
yeah,
dog.
Yeah, like, fucking hell.
That's why he said
He
no.
just
He's
can't.
like,
He just can't tell you that he knows it.
yeah.
I could fucking.
But why couldn't you tell me that you know it? I think we're
Because then
talking
you'd
about.
blow up his Illuminati spot, dude.
Exactly.
Come on.
Oh, okay, I'm with you. Never
Part
mind.
of the corpus elite. Man.
No. What was you gonna ask earlier? I
I don't
interrupted
even
you. I'm
fucking
sorry.
remember now.
Okay.
Fucking hell.
Thanks, Joe.
Stoner, man.
Okay, so cock and ball torture.
Mm-hmm.
We've
CBT.
we've talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen like in a movie or something when they want to, like a high heel.
Okay,
The,
yeah.
the heel of a high heel onto your scrotum.
And there's a safe way to do that where actually you're not doing damage, you're just doing pressure.
To experience the pain, the discomfort.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever sometimes cuddle people?
Yes.
Okay.
That's aftercare, and that comes at the very, very end.
what if that's like the whole
All you
thing
need.
that I want? Yeah.
Some people
Just
do.
hold me.
Some people they don't get to
Right,
have
like-
that interaction, so I do provide it.
It's just like lay down and I guarantee you I'll fall asleep.
Yeah.
It'd be like an
Yeah.
hour.
Your set you went really well today, Andy.
And I've had that.
I had a great nap today.
So,
You had
can
a
I come over and
solid
take a
5
nap?
minutes today.
So cock and ball torture.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get back to the real stuff.
When men discuss it, there's nothing positive about it.
Okay.
It's torture.
So it's actually a play on words. Cock and ball torture is actually all it is giving somebody permission to do things to your genitals. It doesn't necessarily have to be torture. It could be quite fun.
Like what's
Oh,
what fun
but then
stuff,
it wouldn't
I
be
guess.
called.
Like
torture.
everyone has their own definition of fun. So like let's
Right.
clear up what your definition of fun is versus
Right.
like our
It's
definition
a,
of fun.
it's a little
If
game
you
I
were-
call the
If
sewing.
you were in my
pins.
dungeon,
Yeah.
I would show you the helicopter.
Is that where like well I've seen the thing where the guy's like
You take a piece of rope and you go around the cock and you go around. You make sure that the rope doesn't cross over itself, and then at a certain point, when you rolled it up enough on the dick, then you say helicopter, or actually, I just pull it and you pull it,
Yep.
and your dick just goes woo, and it's fun.
That sounds like rope burn.
oh look I knew about that one Joe.
There's a
one.
certain type of rope you use for it.
Is it like silky rope?
It's something that's not going to cause rope burn,
Okay.
so it is fun.
And see, you probably
Some-
you'd probably
some
get
do.
like 1.5 loops on mine, and you'd be like, "Well, that was it."
Yep.
I don't know how far you're gonna take off in that helicopter.
Also, tying up your balls, your cock and balls, is
Yeah.
always fun.
Yeah, I was including that in the
adding
1.5
weights to
turns.
it.
Adding weights.
Now, how do you
Okay.
attach the weights to the cock and balls?
Carabiners.
Really? Okay, around.
So yeah. So you usually have the weight, it'll have a loop, and then when I have tied it enough, usually I have already put a carabiner attached at the bottom, so then that way I could just clip on the weights.
Do you have gym guys that do that one, and they're trying to increase their max weights as they go?
Some do, yeah. Some do. Some also some people have asked me to help them grow back their foreskin.
Foreskin restoration.
What? You can
Yeah.
do that?
Yes.
That okay, that one I was surprised about. Okay, the same way Joe was surprised about his pee, I didn't know you could regrow.
It takes 6 months, and it's going to cost you somewhere upwards of 6,000.
Plus your
I've
charge
heard of
too.
this. I've heard of this.
Really,
Two-
I haven't.
250 a pop. Also,
the,
right?
the,
Yeah.
the concept is that when the may I?
Uh-huh.
When the
Fucking hell.
I'm trying
You're,
to be
you're
something.
subbing
Well,
to her.
you're
I like
Exactly.
this.
That's exactly what I'm trying to
Call
do.
her mistress at least or something. Go with the big
You
Foley.
can call me mistress.
Mistress.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
The idea
doesn't
is
have
that when the
presentation.
I feel
man,
like Joe is getting way into this more than I am.
when the boy was circumcised, the removal of the foreskin reduced sensitivity in the head of his penis, and men seek to retrieve that.
Mm-hmm.
there is another counter theory to that too, though. Not a lot of people have heard of.
What's that?
Well, I mean, they've heard of it in the medical side, but there's also a thing called pruning too, right? So once you like the plant, you get rid of certain things to the rest could grow and thrive and all that, and get
Oh, of
those
course.
enhanced fillings. So there is the argument too that being cut and all that, like it prunes, and it also could become more sensitive too. So
Mm-hmm.
like I don't understand how people could be like, yes, you're getting the sensation back or not, because really
How
like,
would
if-
you have
yeah,
known
like
what the
yeah,
sensation was
like oh shit,
when you
like-
were a little kid?
yeah, I guess maybe if you done it like when you're like fucking 30, and then let's get it undone at 40, you might have an
Like,
idea.
oh yeah, that's what my foreskin
Yeah.
felt like.
But even then, like it hasn't had enough time to just have that pruning happen. You know, where it started as a kid, it already knows not to branch off, so it focuses.
It's like a chicken or egg situation with your dick.
oh, it's an egg all the way, bro. That's not.
Yeah.
You can proceed now.
No, I see no. Y'all make fun of my questioning style.
What is the most? I don't want to say bizarre. I mean weird or bizarre because it just sounds like it's putting shame to it. But like, what is the most out there? Most out there request where you're like, what the fuck? Are
Where
you,
you,
like,
even you were
like
taking a
you're like, I can't believe you're asking me to do this. Or even-
Okay, so it's not gonna seem that big maybe to you guys, but I don't do certain race play.
okay,
Race.
Race play.
Okay.
I've been asked by people of color specifically to
Mhm.
be a Nazi and to act
Oh.
a certain way, and I won't do it. However, the
Why
race,
not? Why not?
it just doesn't feel right to me.
Okay.
It feels to me it feels kind of wrong. It's just a hard limit for me.
Mhm.
So, or a hard no, I should say. But the race play that I do play, which I have no problem because I am Latina, is I will often have a white guy come and say, I want you to be the crazy Latina girlfriend. And I'll totally play that. That's fine.
yeah.
Is there? Is,
I just thought that was gonna take a different turn. Like, wait, I won't do Nazi stuff. Asians,
Yeah.
however.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. You brought something out.
Yes, this is my crop. This is my to-go crop. This
That's
is
the everyday crop.
This is an everyday crop. I brought quite a few items, but
Do you
this
ever have to like use that at HEB? Like, good. That's my apple.
no, but around Christmas time when you're shopping and you're looking for sometimes it works. Like people get so scared when you're just holding this in your hand. And when yeah,
Yeah.
they get so scared.
You
Like,
have
what is that going to do?
a whipping device in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weapon. You have a weapon.
Yeah, and most of the time because I have ADD and I'm neurodivergent, so I fuck with it a lot. It's kind of like one of those spinners for me, so I'll just like do the thing.
Right.
But it makes people nervous. I mean, look how you guys are now. It's adorable.
No, I just know there's only a couple ways that this bit can go, and I'm curious. Andy, did you want to
Get whipped?
just? I don't know. What's a 1 on a 1 to 10?
Nah, he needs like a 4
Are you
or
gonna
5.
in my face?
No.
No, it's most often
On my
you do not
butt?
hit on the face. The butt, yes. And there's certain areas to hit on the butt.
I did shower
Right, so-
before I came here.
Did you?
Oh, nice.
Did you get spanked as a kid? In any kind of regular?
Yes, no. It was always threatened, but I was kind of a good kid.
Yeah,
so
I was too.
there was certain points like one time I told my dad, "I hate you," and he slammed me up against the wall, and then he started spanking me, and I was like, "This is weird."
I remember,
Like it didn't really like hurt her. It's just, you make a weird face, and then he threw me on the floor, and then later on he's like, "Man, I'm sorry, that got ahead of me."
The three of us have had rich, full, robust sex lives.
totally.
Blake and Andy and I. Have you,
You set his room on fire.
Yeah.
I did once. When has spanking happened in maybe a past relationship, or
I
maybe
just,
you like to spank?
I mean, I'll spank if they're into it, but I don't want to fucking be spanked.
Okay, so
I at least
if
haven't
you
found
find
where I've
out that
been into
she's into it, you'll spank because she likes it.
Yeah.
Well,
How do you find out if she's into it?
Usually they tell you.
I'm
kinda hit
usually
me.
of the ilk of like, if we're gonna do that, like,
Spank
listen,
me and wear a Nazi uniform. Go ahead.
I'm up for whatever you're up for, just as long as you don't like,
Scar me, mark me.
or like when it comes to my thing, you're like, ew, gross. Like, no. I did your thing.
He doesn't want kink
See,
shaming.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think I learned a
Understood.
long time ago because at first, like, I remember, like, there's like I would think like certain things. I was like, no, there's no way I'd ever fucking do this stuff. Like I never thought I'd do like a threesome with like two guys and a girl. I never thought I'd participate in something like that.
That's nothing you were looking for.
Yeah. Or even just having like a dude watch me fuck his girl, like the cuckold thing. I never thought I'd be like, that sounds fucking weird. Second I saw that girl was fucking hot as hell. I was like, I did not give a shit. Like, so I have a feeling too. Like, I already know there's gonna be certain things where I'm like, no, maybe not. But then it's depending on how attractive I am to that girl, I'm gonna be like, fuck it. I guess we're doing this stupid thing. You know, like,
There's things that like I like to, and I'm sure, I mean, you've heard this before. Everybody's heard this. I like to choke.
Oh God.
There's a proper way to do that.
You know
Yeah,
what I
he
mean?
didn't do it right.
But
he does it amazingly.
but I had girlfriends that are like, no, I don't like that. Don't do that. And it just kind of sucks. It's just like, yeah, because
But you do like to do it.
I love
You like
it.
choking?
Whenever you're with a
I
lady,
like to do the job. I don't want to.
when you're with a lady, a new lady, and you're in a position to choke her for the first time, have you ever tried to slip it in from a 0 to 10? Like, let me give her a little choke and see if she is into it, and I'll continue, maybe. Or is it always proper? I don't know, to get all those things out ahead of time.
Yeah, I always like to lay it out. Like, listen, I'm up for whatever you're up for. It's just like I said, don't make it uneven to where like, all right, you're like, okay, well, come lick my butthole a little bit. I'm like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna want to choke you. And they're like, no, I don't do choking. Like, well, then fucking your butthole staying dry. You know what I mean? It's just,
So I see you're doing negotiations, which is good. It would be unwise to just immediately go in and start choking somebody.
yeah.
I was trying to trick him.
But there is a safe
Get my
way to do it.
elbow.
I mean,
She's in a
later,
headlock.
if you want to learn, I can teach you how to properly choke in a way where they may like it.
Really?
Yes.
You mean
Session one.
that dunk with the windpipe you do isn't working
Oh,
out too
dude,
well?
that works for me. And it works for that joke too.
Yeah.
so.
But choking is also a part of breath play, and it's one of the dangerous things that you can do. But it's quite fun, and a lot of my clients ask for it.
Do you do the
The asphyxiation.
asphyxiation?
So I
They call
don't
it breath
do
play. I think we're about to
breath
learn.
play. Yes.
You're
So
gonna
I
be
don't
fucking
do
Carradine, bro.
asphyxiation with like bags or anything like that, but I will teach people how to properly choke where they're not actually causing harm.
Ropes?
No, not ropes.
Oh.
No, I don't use any tools when it comes to that because they'd be dangerous. However, I do use breath play with my breasts.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sign
So-
up. I want that one.
Yeah.
One of my friends wanted to know where you got your top from. That's on the flyer, the black one, the show.
The top that's on the flyer. Oh, whoa. That is actually a corset and a leather dress. So I got the leather dress. I can't really recall, but the corset I got off of eBay.
See, because I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the one?
Yep.
Yeah. She said she needs that top.
That is on
top?
eBay.
And,
Oh,
and
you know
her
what? I
name
hadn't
is
even noticed
Blake.
that top.
Yeah.
Blake's like, I need to know where she got that top.
Okay, here's a question from our chat. It's from my friend Adrian. How many women, excuse me, Dom lady, how many women do you share your services to? And do they have clit and labia torture?
Yes, it's called VT torture, vulva torture. And I would have to say I see a lot more men than I see women.
But women can see you.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yeah, women can see me as well.
She has 2 wives, dude.
Let's see. How many women do you share your services to? I'd have to say a total of 6, 7.
Okay.
Not many.
Oh,
I'd say 6, 7.
gonna
I
go
would just think it
viral
at the
now.
top
Yeah.
of my mind because it's actually increased in the last 2 months.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I've seen your events online blow up a lot lately.
Yeah.
You've been popping up on my feed like crazy.
Is it a large local community? As far as are you the only game in town, or are there other professional dominatrixes around town?
So I'm going to say this. Unfortunately, I'm the only professional dominatrix in Corpus Christi. And the only reason I say it, unfortunately, is because I am always busy all the time. And yeah, sometimes I wish I could send them to another different dom, because sometimes I may not be the dom that's right for them.
Right.
And we both feel like, oh, this doesn't mesh well. So I will try to find them another pro dom. But it's very hard, but it's also a very hard profession.
How do you get your Dom license?
So
Yeah. What makes you a professional?
So what makes me a professional is one that in a word of speaking, that I've had people who can vet for me, enough of them to vet for me to say that I am professional. And the other thing that I do is that who taught me, and I can list off all my teachers: Mary Ellen Rainwater, Gigi Wilbur, Mistress Mina Rose. I can
was
just
that?
name off.
What?
You were like,
I recognize the.
oh, do you really?
Of course. Okay.
I didn't.
I didn't use it.
But not many
See,
people.
you're looking at me like, that one.
See,
Like,
that's a
you don't
good one.
know, dude.
I imagine it's not like you're a personal trainer with a certification.
No. Well, I do have a certification only because I was trained with Gigi Wilbur has a course that you could take.
Okay.
I'm not sure if they're doing it anymore. I think they've retired from teaching, but I did with them a 9-month course, and we met every Sunday for 5 hours.
Right.
And I drove, well, actually, my wife drove. My wife drove us to Houston every Sunday for 3 hours, and then I would go to class for 5 hours, and then we would stay the night in Houston, and then we would drive back home.
Stay the night, practice everything you learned in school.
Yep.
And it was,
Got
I
homework.
think there were only 2 days that I didn't go, and that was like a whole course, and
Right.
I didn't miss.
No, I only brought that up to say that I imagine that it is looser than a college that you go to. It's a
Absolutely.
community that's gathered, right?
Absolutely.
So
you have to find the right people.
Once X number of clients are served by you and you just have remarkable ratings, then that's how you would build your thing.
Through vetting, yes.
What made you start doing the events and all that? Like all the
So, you want to hear a really interesting story?
Yeah.
So, what ended up happening was I, here in Corpus, wanted to go to events. And the problem was is that at the time, and this might be a little hard to grasp because most people are like, what? So, pro doms aren't really welcomed in their own community.
I could see that.
And so one of the things that I did is I tried meeting up with groups, and I said, hey, I am pro dom, but I want to do something where people will be able to have access to this, you know? And a lot of them turned me down. And so I said, fine. And it was because I'm a pro dom, because I accept pay for play is what they stated. And so, and then I said, okay, give me 10 years and I'll be back. And I came back 10 years stronger, and I decided I'm gonna start holding my own events.
Right.
And that way people would have access and people would learn, and it came down to education more than anything.
Why don't they accept you in your own community?
Because pay for play is looked down upon. Not so much anymore, because now, you know, sex workers, I do
Right.
advocate for sex work. And so a lot of them saw it as like, oh, well, she's only here and she's here to charge us and play. But at the same time, I was like, no, I don't want to do that here. I want to use the money that I have, that I'm getting from my clients, and support the community by putting into it. And that was my initial plan in its entirety. And I think it was really the kick in the butt was COVID, because I couldn't see any of my clients. So then me and my wives took that time to start writing up what we wanted to see the kink future of Corpus Christi. And that's what ended up happening.
Ironically, neither you or your clients would have objected to wearing masks prior to COVID.
This is true. This is true.
Pretty good.
We need to get sound effects, Maya.
Oh,
That's gonna be
actually,
your
I have a
next
funny story
task
about
from Joe.
that.
Just
Yeah.
watch.
So the CDC knows that I'm a professional dominatrix.
The CDC?
The CDC, they have it on record. And reason being is because my father was one of the first people to get COVID. And they thought they already marked him as he was going to die. And so when my father was brought back to me to die, he was at my apartment. I asked him, "Do you want to live or do you want to pass away? And I'll help you do either or." And my father said, "I want to live so that I could see my grandkids one more time after COVID and everything." So I said, "Okay." So I used my discipline as a Dom and I put him on a strict diet, a strict regimen, and he lived. And it was so, like, shocking to the CDC because they were still doing stuff on people for that they came to my house and they were like, "How is your father still alive when he was meant to die?" And so she went on, she asked me, she goes, "Are you a nurse?" And I said, "No, ma'am." And she asked me, "Well, what is your profession?" I said, "I'm a professional dominatrix." And she just looked at me and she goes, "Well, if I get COVID, I will know to come here and I'll live." So yeah, and my father, he's still living, he's still driving, no
How
problem.
often did you have to spank him?
My father? Discipline?
Part of it. It's
You
part of
said
the
you
healing
used your
process.
skills. Hold on, I used all my dominatrix skills to
It's like, all right,
whip my
when
father.
I get COVID, I need 14 spanks a day.
Right.
We have Iron Man who
Nope.
says, "Do you findom to anyone?"
I don't know what
Yes,
that
I
means.
do.
Yeah, what does
Findom.
that mean?
So it's financial domination.
Oh.
And Findom is mainly, I don't necessarily see those clients in person. I will meet them online. And there's actually an ethics, a code of ethics that you follow so that you're not what they call bleeding them dry of all their money. And so I do have a whole paper and everything written out onto that. And yes, I do Findom.
Oh.
There you go.
That makes less sense than the cock and ball. torture.
the economy is already fin doming me right now, so I don't think I want any of that.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a lot, Trump.
Okay. We're gonna meet ladies' wives in a minute, but I did want to ask about sounding.
Oh, yes.
I didn't know. Maybe they should come in, or we'll do this first.
Andy, are you going to do sounding?
Well, hold on.
What,
Hold on.
What is sounding? Is
We
that-
got
is
to
sounding?
agree it first and then
So-
tell them.
That's the, when you put the thing
It's
in
like
your
when-
thing.
Yeah, pull your dick out. We're gonna
No,
demo this.
I'm
on the
not
show.
doing that.
I actually brought some sound rods with me.
Okay. What is?
These are for teaching purposes only. This is a Hagar sound rod. Okay. And this is what I'm known for. This is what I travel to different states and I teach a class on Sounding 101. So basically what sounding is that pretend this is your dick or someone's dick.
You just need 2 fingers for his.
So
Yeah,
but
that's a lot.
let me make
less
sure
than
it's in
that.
the camera.
It's cold.
Here we go. And so I will lube this up. Of course, it'll be sterile, sanitized, everything like that. I'll lube it up and I will put it into the urethra of your dick.
Maya, cut to Andy, please.
And there's a certain way that you do it where you do a twisting motion.
Yeah, I noticed that sounding rod is not straight. It's got curves in it.
It's gonna
It's got a
fucking
curve.
hurt.
Now, is
And
that
so-
the smallest sounding rod one might
No.
use?
So the smallest sounding rod would probably be somewhere
sewing
between
needle.
a 2 and a 3, but I would never go any lower than a 2 and a 3 because
Then it's just a needle.
yeah, it can go through the urethra and it can puncture it. So here's a 4.
No, that's the
actually.
same shape.
Here's a 4 and I want to say a 3.
Okay.
And notice that if you look, the 3 is skinnier and the 4 is a little bit thicker. So I would only go about this low. I
Right.
wouldn't go about a 1 or a 2.
How deep does it
You
go?
go.
So
if you
it
don't-
can go about as deep as the dick can go.
As the length of.
Mhm.
At what point are you hitting somebody's bladder or something?
So when it comes to the genitalia of the penis, the thing is that there are a lot of things that are in the way, especially the testes and such, that don't allow it to go into, or muscles, I should say, that don't allow it to go into the bladder of a, But
Just looking at it, it looks painful.
I once
So-
had to go get a full panel of STDs. I was in college, and it was the responsible thing to do. And at that time,
he went to college to get a whole bunch of STDs.
you will only one, but we can talk about that on a future show. I'd love to tell that story. But one of them was, and I can't remember, chlamydia, I think. And in order to test in 1992, it was a a Q-tip, a metal Q-tip that had something to collect, and then
Yeah.
they could test what was coming out of you.
Absolutely.
I can feel it right now. I can feel it right now. I will never not feel that. He goes, "It's gonna sting a bit," and it was like "Rah, rah," down the hallways of the clinic. I can't imagine.
So I have a story about that, and it does have to do with my father. My father had a catheter in, and it fell out.
Okay.
And it was around the time of COVID, and they couldn't put it back in. And so it was just basically left up to me. So I put my father's own catheter back in, and he did not feel it. He didn't feel it
There
at
you
all.
go, Andy.
My dad had catheters. He's gone too, but he's gone. He had
Sorry.
catheters, and I asked him once. He's like, I don't know that there's anything in there right now.
Yeah.
I've had that test done that you're talking about, and it's not that it hurt in or out. It's when I went to go pee later
Oh,
You sometimes feel, such a sensation.
that it burned.
yeah.
Sometimes it can. It all depends. I like to, for the very, very first time that anyone's done it, I like to do it a certain way where it'll minimize that.
Where do you?
Can I?
Or how do
see
you
that?
practice
Yes.
that?
Yeah.
Like it's not like how do
Which
you?
one would you like to see?
It's
Stop
the
it, Andy.
mentor
We're
pretty
dealing
much.
with a
It's-
professional. I know that this.
Yeah,
is 100%
you're the
a
gross one, is what I mean in this.
And yes, those have
situation.
never been used. I have a lot of equipment that I will not let people pass around. But
You don't have that good of imagination if you don't have if you can't imagine my.
and there's different
If
ones.
I came over, you'd need a longer one. Okay.
And there's rosebud. Rosebud ones are longer.
Huh. Amazing. And you were talking about that you begin twisting, and
Hmm
How pretty
For
does a
these
girl
men,
have to
is
be
it
to let you do this,
sexual,
Andy?
or is
Let her
it
do
what?
it? Like how hot does a girl have to be to talk you
So-
into
I
letting her
think
do this
like
to you?
maybe Sydney Sweeney hot, maybe.
I'll let you choke me.
There are a lot of reasons why
Oh.
people would want a sound rod, but the most common is that you can have a prolonged orgasm without ejaculation.
Because it's clogged up.
No, it's because it hits those nerves at the very, very bottom. So you know how that they say, I've heard people like, they'll say like, oh, the G spot in a, with a person who has a penis, it's in the anal region or such.
Prostate,
And,
right?
Yeah, the prostate, which is, true to an extent, but you can also reach it with a sound rod.
Oh my.
And the great thing about it is that it creates a sensation where you're basically just having an orgasm the entire time. It can do that. Another thing is,
you
do
go,
you
Andy.
suffer from
Andy?
stones?
Wow.
I don't.
See,
Wait,
I was
kidney
working out a
stones?
bit about
Kidney
that
stones,
where
yeah.
it
Do you
makes it
suffer from kidney
easier to
stones?
pass
I've
them.
had kidney stones before.
So the great thing about these is that they widen your urethra so you can pass them without pain.
Yep.
Another fun
Oh.
thing is that I have a story to this. There was a woman, and she found me for her husband, and the reason being was that he had a narrow urethra, and they were unable to conceive children.
Ah,
And
they
so
needed a wider lane.
exactly. So the thing was is that they went to a doctor, and the insurance said it was going to cost $30,000 out of pocket for them to just widen his urethra, and there was no guarantee. So I said, "Well, for 6 months, come see me, and I'll widen your urethra." And now they have 2 kids.
Did they name them after you?
No, they did not. But that was fine.
Did
That
you
was
just do
fine.
like, oh, they're gonna do it for 30? I got you for 25.
Hey, y'all want to meet Lady Vanovia's wife?
The 2 kids, Yuri and Rethra.
Yeah.
Now help me understand. This is y'all are married to 3 people, 3 ladies, and you are their dom.
Mm-hmm.
A comedian asked.
Wait,
a
hold
comedian
on,
asked if you're Mormon.
I know we're
By the
moving
way,
past.
when she heard
I
you
got
had
one more
multiple wives, she asked
sounding
if you're
question.
Mormon.
Hold on.
Like, I am not Mormon.
Okay.
I'm poly.
Polly. There you go, Mary Garcia.
How do y'all want to try this? Y'all are gonna have to share that microphone.
Yeah, so we'll just,
Yeah,
we're
we'll just
gonna
have to pass it
share,
around.
We live together. It's okay.
Yeah, this is no
I have
problem.
one. I have a sounding question still. So when you stick it in there and then you like a tuning fork, you hit it, and that's why it's called sounding.
So the reason that it's called sounding is because it's actually a naval term. So they would check the depths of the sea using a rod or something heavy, and it would be a rope, and then that's how they would check the depth. So it has nothing to do with sound; it has everything to do with the depth of something.
But those are much larger.
Yeah.
So,
You're gonna have
like,
to
if
get
you're
on
like
that
the inspecting
microphone.
field, like theirs are huge.
Theirs
if
are
you tell them
massive.
in the inspecting field-
You're gonna have to get on the mic.
Oh, okay.
But let's introduce. It's Silhouette on the right, and Abs. I don't have the mic. Silhouette and Absinthe, thank you for being here.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having us.
I like this. Talk to me. Talk to me,
Having
son.
control of how much Joe can talk now.
Yep. I like this. Hey, Maya, can we get like a mute button? Some
Blake,
shit
Blake
here. I
is
can-
doming Joe now.
Yep. Man. So how did this arrangement happen?
So, funny story was me and Silhouette, we met in college, and we just hit it off. And then we were together about 5 years. It was still by far like a really great relationship. I think we only fought twice in the 5 years, twice in that whole time. And then we weren't thinking about being poly, but then we met Absinthe at a festival, a pagan festival,
At a
and
what festival?
a pagan.
Oh, I heard pagan.
Yeah.
I heard pagan
No,
festival.
yeah,
I'm like,
no,
"Damn,
is
they have those
it
too?"
pagan or pagan?
Pagan. So
Still, like I could.
Yeah,
that's very Texan sounding. A-N or
Is out. Man, we be
PGI.
pagan.
That's the motto.
yeah, and we've been together collectively about 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah, we just celebrated last month.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, so we just sort of stumbled into it.
just
Yeah.
Yeah. Just fell on.
But the relationship, as you told me at that birthday party, is asexual, correct?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
correct.
You want to go on asexuality?
Yeah, so asexuality is someone who doesn't experience sexual attraction, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you can't experience romantic attraction for someone. That would be aromantic. So those are two different things. And so for us in our relationship, like I experience romantic like love for my partners, but that doesn't necessarily mean I don't experience sexual attraction for anyone. I just never have.
But you kiss?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we kiss,
Okay.
we cuddle, we do everything else that other couples do. We go on dates, we're all lovey-dovey. Like most of our friends, like were shocked when they learned that we're asexual because they're like, "What do you mean? Like you act like when we go to events and stuff like that, like every other couple."
And y'all dom as well, right?
No.
no, they're subs.
no,
Oh.
No,
really
they're
no.
subs.
We're her subs.
In specific instances, like everyone's like, "Oh, so that means that you're always told what to do." No. Do you see a collar on this? No.
That's true.
Not
so
today.
It's yeah. So
And
it's
that's
a
the
very case by
ritual.
case. That is our particular ritual and dynamic.
Oh, sweet.
The
The
rest
hosts
of
are
the
in a
time we're
poly
just
relationship. I
all
didn't know that.
evens.
So maybe this, I don't know. I'm not.
There are no dumb questions.
Yes, there are.
Who does the dishes or laundry?
No. So
Do
like,
you
all
choose?
do.
Do you choose like as the dom?
Papers. No,
As a
we
dom,
rock,
I'll be
paper,
like,
scissors,
so-
shoot.
Yeah. And then lick my boot.
I'm sure y'all have a chore wheel.
We do. We do.
We trade off.
We trade off. It all depends. But the house is always clean because we all three like to have it clean. We all do our own part, and it's rarely do we ever argue and fight. And if we do have an argument, we take it to Rainbow Road.
That's the house rule.
That's
we
the
have
house
to
rule.
we have to take to
No,
Mario
no, no.
Kart. Rainbow Road.
Oh, Mario Kart. That's a tough course, man.
I don't know.
That's
Mario Kart is not impartial though. You have to be good at Mario Kart.
yeah.
Hey, so you got to keep up with your practice.
That is
Yeah.
true.
You better get good.
Who do you
suck
use?
at it.
Who-
So the girls always
Who do you
win.
use?
Yeah.
That's tough. That's-
That-
But hey, we voted on it. We
who do you
agreed on
use
it.
in Mario Party?
So
Or
who
Kart?
do you use?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like King Boo, honestly.
Okay.
So I have a character that I made up from what
me?
was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
me.
Yeah.
His name's Buttons. He's from what's that show?
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
No.
It was that pirate show.
Pirate
that was on
show.
HBO.
Oh, you mean? Oh.
Oh yeah, the one with Taika Waititi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone tell us.
Art.
No clue.
So yeah, but yeah, it's one
And
of.
then third one.
What's your
do you-
pick for Mario characters?
Oh, so what's her name? Blonde.
Peach?
Peach?
Not Peach.
Rosalie.
Rosalie?
Rosalie is
Okay.
typically my go-to.
Okay, good.
Second up is Yoshi.
I got dibs on Peach, so we good then.
Toad.
So,
Toad's good.
I
Yeah. I like
always use
Toad.
Peach.
Toad. He's small. He's fast.
Our
his
flag
means
means
fruity.
death.
Oh, that's
Our, yeah, our flag means stuff. Yes, and
I've never seen that
I
one.
I made a character Buttons from there because I love
Okay.
buttons.
Okay, so
That's just that Buttons.
an asexual relationship means that the three of you never have sexual intercourse together.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah.
See, I
And-
think this is confusing Joe because he does all the romantic shit and pretends to lie. I really think he's anti-romantic and he just gets through it to have sex.
He's like, oh,
No, like,
we're gonna have sex until the room's
so
on fire.
I think your thing is just baffling to him that wait no so like you mean you
to me
yeah, that-
be in a relationship, a long-term relationship. Can y'all play outside the relationship? Can y'all play outside the relationship?
We have a closed relationship.
Yeah, we have a close relationship, so we don't play out of.
see Joe's baffled by that.
Oh, you're not.
Oh,
So there's
I've heard
also,
of asexuality, bro.
There's also many different kinds of asexuality. That's a whole different topic.
We have time.
And so,
We've got about
you know, there's still self-service and other things too that some people can be interested in, but they'll stay under the umbrella of asexual because they don't partake in that with others.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Ladies,
So, but
for-
in the when you're doming, do y'all join in sometimes?
No,
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 we're
that's
not
not
part
their-
of her.
that's-
yeah,
yeah.
business there.
Okay.
it is very separate. I keep my business separate from my actual play that I do with my wives.
Okay.
I said at the beginning of this, I'm stupid, right?
Okay.
And or maybe I'm just playing the part of.
And
curious
you don't
guy.
have to keep on telling us. We can tell by your face, dude.
Because over across the street before we got started, you were talking about the difference between it being sexual, the dom sub relationship, and being therapeutic. Was that the word y'all? I can't remember the exact word that it was. And so, will you guys go into the dungeon to play out sub dom stuff that's, I guess, just not of a sexual nature?
Oh yeah, such as shibari, bondage, sometimes just typical spanking, something along that line. And it's just not sexual because there is no sexual gratification that we get from it.
Some people find
just-
a comfort in it,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
And so that isn't sexual, like the rope, for example. Like I'm very partial to rope. And for me, the constriction is very comforting, especially for people who are like neurodivergent and autistic. Being constricted sometimes can be very comforting and it can help you emotionally regulate, especially like, you know, you have a fuck ton of stuff going on in your head and it just gets overwhelming. And so it kind of just smooths all that.
Meditate.
Yes, exactly.
is there an easy way to do like the tying up of people? Know, like say I have a girl who's into that. Like I suck at even tying my shoes. Like they don't even stay tight half the time. They come undone. So they're like easy rope kind of thing. That's just
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
you can
for-
do leather cuffs too.
it's cuffs.
leather
But-
It's
cuffs
just
with
about being
No,
restrained.
or but like say they want the like
The
rope me up knots. All
Then
this
you got to
stuff,
go to the Cub
YouTube
Scouts,
it or
dude.
something like.
So
So
with those, there are a lot of intro knots and things you can do that are very easy and less stress, but you will want to be careful on how tightly you're going to tie someone up and how you are. There's certain parts of the body, obviously, you don't want prolonged pressure on outside of others. Same thing with there's specific areas to spank, you know, on the body. Same thing with rope. So you'll just want to make sure that you at least have a little bit of research done to make sure you're not going to harm someone or cut off circulation.
where won't
and
you?
shears.
Oh,
You
and
need-
have shears.
Yeah,
Have
what's a
shears.
dangerous
Shears?
place to
I
start?
guess
Oh,
to
yeah,
cut
yeah.
In case you need.
Oh,
Yeah,
on the
dangerous to
upper
spank.
back here because your kidneys.
Makes sense. So you miss.
There's
I was
even-
just like,
yeah.
your ball.
no, that's acceptable. That's on the.
Oh man, balls can take a pounding. I tell you.
And if
But-
it makes you feel any better,
Like, is there a way that guys could train to like train their balls? Like, I guess kind of
Absolutely.
callous them to, so I could be like, hey, you know what? Like,
That's
but
what
like,
it comes up to.
right. That's
yeah.
what it is, pretty much, right?
That's what
Like,
you build up to.
Yeah, getting used to the pain.
Mm-hmm.
Calloused.
Yeah. So it's like those Muay Thai guys who are like kicking the tree.
Yeah,
with
where
the
they
thing.
keep kicking their shin.
You just have somebody just flicking your nuts to start with, just boom.
Well, that's what
Boom.
those. Isn't that what those monk guys do? Where they just like constantly kick each other in the nuts,
I don't know, but like,
and they make their mind go somewhere
What-
else.
how old were you when you found out
When I
about
first
people
got
who
kicked
were
in the
in, like the I guess what the urethra insertion and all that? Like, when did that come into play for you?
She said when she read that
So-
book.
Was that covered in the book?
No, that was
No,
not
that-
covered
I
in the
didn't
book.
think that was- I
I
don't remember that
learned
being
that
that-
later on by Gigi Wilbur because I was very interested in it and they knew how to do that. And so then I was like, hey, well, what's that all about? So yeah, that's how I learned
Okay.
it. I was, I don't know, somewhere in my 20s
Yeah,
when I learned
'cause
it.
I remember when like the
That's true.
like when the what was it? The B&E, the Pain Olympics went viral. Do y'all remember that? Did y'all see any of that?
Oh no,
It was like
me either.
It's like the B&E, so the Pain Olympics, but they did a lot of stuff.
Silhouette got bronze.
No, they did a thing of where it's a lot of different like type of torture things, and they showed like the fingering of the urethra from 1 to 2 fingers and all sorts of
Oh, that's
different stopping
interesting.
and all that. But like
Would've
it
loved to
went
seen
viral
that.
like, oh man, it's like maybe 10 years ago or
Ideas for
so.
closer than
And so I heard
Right.
about that, but I was just like, how do you even come? Like, I bet you this would feel good. Like, you know, like how does I can't Joe like you see how or Andy's face earlier like. BME Pain Olympics. Oh damn it, man! It looked cool.
Fake news, dude.
Fake news. Fuck me, man.
AI.
Yeah.
Do you guys
AI was good back then.
So
Shit.
there's never a time
You ever
like
see that, Maya?
there's never a time where kids like, okay,
Damn.
this is your job. You know what I mean? This is. I know when I go to work, I'm like, I don't want to work today.
I don't want to spank this motherfucker.
Yeah, there's just like there's got to be a day where it's like I gotta clean the sounding rods today. You know, it's just like
So I do have a bit of that, but only because I like doing all the other stuff, but I also have to like say I absolutely hate having to, okay, they asked for me to look a certain way, so I have to wear this, and I have to put on this type of makeup, and I have to put on this type of wig. So there is that. But other than that, no. I get really excited.
what's your favorite thing to wear? Like what if somebody went in there and they were like, I want you to be comfortable. You wear what you want. What would be like? Would it just be sweats and just be like, let's get this done?
Just underwear.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean,
I'll be complete. I won't have anything else on, and I do like it when they ask me like they'll pay extra for me to do it topless.
okay.
So I'm like,
So you have to
okay.
pay extra for that. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'll wear
Duly
my,
noted.
my boots and I'll wear a pair of panties or whatever, and that's it.
What if they're like, dude, I want the granniest of panties?
got it.
Got 'em.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they will ask for like all the way to a thong. What was it? Leather thong. There was also one time somebody wanted me to get, I think it was like a pearl thong. So I wore one of those. So yeah,
Do you include that on their expenses?
Mhm.
Okay.
They
absolutely.
pay for it all.
You want me to look a certain way?
You get paid for
Yeah, I'm
But
charging
then you
for
keep
it.
it and you've got it in your arsenal.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
so wait, if it's in something in the arsenal that's been used before, do you get kind of like because when you first had to go get it,
Yeah,
it's the
there's a
full
cash
cost
caddy at the front.
of the outfit. But now since it's like a regular rotation, do you get like a 60% off or something?
Since you don't have to buy, like, so if like Andy had you dress up as Xena, can I later on, like 2 months later, be like, hey, that Xena costume, like you need to throw that on.
Oh, I heard you had a Xena costume.
So since you're not paying for it now, I get a little cheaper than Andy does.
Yes, well, it wouldn't be necessarily cheaper,
Ah.
but because I just do it as if they have told me like I want you to dress up as a nun, so I'll go and purchase the nun outfit myself,
Yeah.
and then I have the nun outfit. But if they want me to wear it, I'm still charging them.
See, nun is okay, but Nazi is bad.
Well, yeah, you're not.
The nun is religious.
I think Joe,
Nazi is
Maya, you know what I think it is, Maya?
political.
I think Joe was so turned on until he realized she wouldn't dress up as a Nazi and
This
say the
whole
N
time
word.
he had you in his head like this crazy Nazi.
Yeah.
How did you know?
He's like, oh, I'm
And then
gonna
he's
make
like,
you-
"Oh man," he had you speaking German in his head.
Yeah. Okay, I just want to make sure we say this. Okay, so at the Holiday Inn Leopard, Holiday Inn Leopard in Crosstown, right? Crosstown? No, SPID. Leopard and SPID. Y'all are having 2 events coming up.
Yes.
You tell us. There's the Cirque du Sin on June 6th.
Mm-hmm. And you want to say who's going to be on that?
Oh yeah, so we're gonna have some dragon burlesque performances. Actually, I'll be performing alongside Little Olive, who is an alternative burlesque performer, and Violent Rage. I believe they're from San Antonio,
Mm-hmm.
and so they are a drag performer. So they're gonna come down and perform.
Oh,
We're gonna have a silent auction that is gonna help raise money for Coastal Bend Kink Weekend. And then of course DJ Coven Cakes for the Gothic Rave, and we're also gonna have our play space set up. And so that's where we're going to bring the equipment and we're going to set it up, and we'll have trained dungeon keepers so people can come in.
And our house dom.
And our house dom, Lady Aurora from Houston, will be coming down.
and she's
so-
gonna dom everybody.
She's like an out-of-town comedian coming.
She's just gonna
feature.
stand
She's
at the
head
head
of
of the fucking room like this.
No, she's gonna.
No.
She's just gonna.
Yes.
Find a different way to do it.
You're not doming right.
Yes.
So we call it like service top. So basically, if you are like, if you come to our event and you're looking to like, maybe you want to try spanking and you don't have someone to play with that night, whether it be your partner or just someone you enjoy spanking with, as an example, you would go to the service top and negotiate saying, hey, I would like to be spanked. And so then you would negotiate with the service top of that night, who would then provide that service.
So
because
who can come to this?
Anyone,
anyone, as
Anyone
long
can
as you're
show.
21 and up.
And then
as long as you're 21 and up.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Cool. And then the next one, the kink weekend.
When's the kink weekend one?
Okay.
Oh, so that will be August 14th to the 16th. And so that will be, we'll have classes during the day. We'll have classes, some socials. We'll have a vendor market. We're going to lineup of amazing vendors from all over. We're going to have presenters from all over the US. And then at night, that's when we transition. And that's kind of what you're going to see at Cirque du Soleil is what our nightly events are going to be looking like. So that's where you're going to have the dance parties. You're going to have the play spaces where then you can actually practice what you've learned at our kink weekend.
And
Sounds pretty
we,
fun.
oh, you want to say something?
Not everything.
Okay, not
There will be limitations to what's allowed, obviously.
What's the website?
Oh, so coastalbendkinkweekend.com.
You should have posted that.
Yep.
What's
Wow.
y'all's favorite thing? You said someone's favorite thing might be spanking. Do you mind if we get personal? Ask you, what is your favorite thing?
Very sexual. Too.
Ooh.
No,
That's not a sexual thing though. It's
So
not,
that's
yeah.
where the separation is
Yeah, it's
between
not the same.
everyone assumes that everything BDSM and kink is sexual. Meanwhile, more often than not, it's not. People will bring it into their sexual lives, but as a whole, it's not as a basis sexual.
I do feel that I would be disappointed if my wiener didn't make like an appearance in a session like this. Like I would be like, I'd be like, oh, well, I didn't get everything out of it because like my wiener
Oh.
stayed inside all the time.
Oh, so you meaning like you're wanting a climax?
Not necessarily, just as long as my wiener made an appearance.
Like, hey, what's
Okay.
up?
Okay, so,
So you want
don't-
some exhibitionism?
Oh.
No, no.
I would be
It
into
would
that
be-
tornado thing.
The helicopter. The
okay.
helicopter.
Yeah.
Inspect the rope.
Yeah.
I
think
don't
he's
want
already,
like twine and fucking.
You're gonna
he's
splinters.
gonna
No.
picture just like velvet rope is what I think.
I gotta bring my rope next time.
What is this thing? Or maybe that's not the right
Is
question.
there a
What's the thing we don't know about still after this long conversation? What's the
Just one thing? Oh my
Oh
god.
man, yeah. So I mean, there's different dynamics. You know,
yes.
as we brought up like the asexual, right? So there's what we call, when we say dynamics, we're talking about power exchange, right? So you have a dom or someone who's a sub. Some people can live it 24/7. So in and out, they have set up what we call protocols. These are rules within your dynamic that you follow. And sometimes these protocols last 24/7. Like that is the foundation of your relationship and your dynamic. Some people don't live it 24/7. Some people only once they have the collar on, then you are actively like participating in that power exchange. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then we have some dynamics that are called a master slave dynamic. And so that is usually a little more rigid, and what that looks like for everyone is different. And that's why the negotiations, the conversations of what are you into? What are you not into? What are your hard limits? What do you want to try? That's why it's so important setting those up.
And I think a lot of people think with
I thought you
the
said you did do race stuff.
Yeah. I think a lot of people think with the community, like with the BDF, they think a lot of the master slave thing, and they don't think it's like the dom subs could be different from that and all that. And I think that's why a lot of our comics too say no. They're just like,
Yeah.
it's,
There's a lot more
Serious.
focus on like the pain aspect instead of the psychological aspect.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do today was demystify it.
You know what? I think if I had to think about it, what I would really want is like I would wear like a onesie and like a mommy thing.
Oh,
little.
so that
Okay.
okay. So that is a
I
thing.
can see Andy doing that.
Okay.
That's
It's
what
deep.
you know. That's what this video would be.
I can
about.
see, I can see most comedians
Oh, no,
doing
that's-
that actually.
Oh, is it something?
Like, because I told you, I need encouragement. I can't be like, you're dumb. It's just like, I tell myself that
so
already.
you like a praise king.
Yeah, I don't have to constant like, you're great. I'm just
Well, it's
like,
like there's a
I
spectrum
just
of
don't think that I would like, you stupid, ugly. It's like,
Yeah.
Oh, degradation. Some do. Some do.
I already do that to myself. I don't need
What-
external
With the
confirmation.
degradation like stuff, do you find that more? Because I've always heard it's usually more the males of people who are like usually in power, more like CEO type
That
people
wanna
who
be like-
want to be that. Is that the case, or is it really just anybody?
Oh no, that it can be anybody, but more often than not, it is people in power.
I've heard
And
or
they-
like
they
really
really
alpha
do.
male type.
Ooh.
They
Yeah.
want a safe place to not be in power.
And I have seen everyone. I've seen lawyers, doctors, preachers,
Can-
nuns, you name it.
Can you give like a nod of like, what's like? Is there some Mary Guajardo? Have you
The
like
mayor,
like
of Paulette.
someone here?
No,
Unless it is something that's already pre-discussed.
No,
The what?
that's what she called it.
Hagar?
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Do you remember Final Fight? That dude?
I just remember Hagar the Barbarian
Yeah.
from the old. You're an old guy, you know.
So your website again? It's Lady Venovia, or was it?
Yes, I still have a website somewhere. I have to be honest. I haven't been on it for a while because we've been concentrating on
On
our
the-
Coastal Bend Kink Weekend.
So the
website,
easiest
so-
way to get with y'all to look into what y'all do would be coastalbendkinkweekend.com.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we can always share. There should be email addresses as well on the website
Mhm.
under the Meet the Team section, so you can email individually if you would like to
Okay,
be interested in her services.
I like that.
I think that the problems of our world are that we don't understand one another and we don't take the time to want to understand one another. And so for me, I just appreciate all you guys. Silhouette Absinthe, thank you for being here. And Lady Venovia Serpentine.
Well, I mean, that being said, do you forgive Jay now?
That's the big question.
Maybe y'all can negotiate some,
Some, like,
reparations.
spankings.
I think you need to
Some
spank Jay.
punishments.
You need to get a lesson from spanking.
I think I said enough about being true to the word, your word, and that the availability is still for Jay.
Come
to
get
go
your
have a
spanking,
session. Go
Jay.
Get your spanking.
I think being true to the word isn't ratings, my man. I think the ratings, what the people want to see, is what I'm hearing on the chat. Is they want
Oh.
to see Joe Hilliard spank Jay Everett.
Speaking of spankings, I forgot to add this. So at our June 6th event, I'm actually putting my ass up to get spanked.
Like auctioned?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The winner will get to spank me, and I've only bought him twice in my whole life.
Wow.
So
Number 3.
if you want to have,
that.
bragging rights, or you don't like me,
I
here's
just
your
been bragging.
chance.
That's gonna be my plug for like my comedy thing. He's been one of 3 people who's Dom Lady Venovia.
I've seen on Kill Tony.
Yeah, no, fuck
I
that.
spanked Lady Venovia.
Yeah, see, I think that's more exclusive list right there. Joe, you got anything to plug?
Nope.
No plugs. Andy, what you got going on?
Sports, and I'd like to point out for this whole episode, I did not go pee.
Oh, good
Nice.
job. Good job. He's had to use the restroom during the episode a couple of times. So,
Pretty much every time we've done this.
yeah, but this has been a fun one. We've had a lot of people follow our page from, I think, y'all shares or follow our podcast now and all that. So,
That's
hopefully, we could get some of our people at least curious into y'all's field because I think it's
No,
fun.
yeah.
I'm,
Anytime.
I'm up for that gothic rave. That sounds
Dude.
fun.
Oh, it's gonna be.
Acid
gonna be
and
amazing.
fucking gothic rave sounds fun as shit, bro.
I'm excited.
Maybe
Yeah.
You'll see me and Blake there.
we'll be there.
Thank
Not
you
sure if
so
I'll be
much.
gothed out,
Thank you
but
guys for
Yeah,
having
dude, I'm gonna
us.
wear black lipstick and be like,
but
don't look at me.
yeah, no, we definitely want to try to set
Shut
up a
up,
session
Mom.
and have you back.
When is the
Absolutely.
just real quick because I know we got to go, but when is the Gothic rave? What date is that?
That is June 6th.
June 6th. Mama Melons,
then
where
I
you
think-
at? Come out
And
there.
you gotta pay for a ticket for the whole thing to go to the Gothic rave, or can
Uh-huh.
you just
Yeah,
do
it's
the
one
Gothic rave?
whole ticket.
And how much is it?
$15.
Oh,
15?
let's do the Gothic rave.
We going raving, son.
Okay, we're gonna do
Fuck my comedy
I'm
plug.
gonna-
Maya, you coming with us? Hell yeah, we got Maya. Maya,
With my Robert Smith hair.
I got one of those.
Maya, any of these things that they're offering, would you be into any of that? Have you done any of this stuff, Maya? Let's find out. Maya's one of the main doms in the community.
I bet you $10 in anyone's life. If you tell me about your life, I can tell you where you're kinky.
Okay, I'm.
Wait,
Oh,
wait.
yeah, we're gonna just have you as a regular host on this show, and then we'll just bring in comics and just
Absolutely. I would
The
love-
new
I would
the
love
new
that.
podcast is just y'all now.
yeah, it's just yeah, we're all being replaced. I'm cool with just getting promotional credit. I'm good with that.
the Slow Earth brings you
Yeah,
the Kink Hour.
I like it. More entertaining, man. Yep.
That
See,
is good. That is good.
I got to rent another studio time. Maya, you got another day we could do this Kink Hour with. Yeah, but yeah, this has been a fun one. Thanks again.
No,
Appreciate
thank you
y'all.
guys.
Thank you
Thanks
so
so
much.
much.
It's been so fun.
Yeah.
Those are awesome.
I'm Blake, my man Andy, Joe Hilliard. Maya, we good for 2 weeks? Hell yeah. We'll see y'all in 2 weeks. Man, that was fun.
That was